let's just go to Tottenham. I like their signings a lot. This might be, in my opinion, the best transfer window in terms of what's needed for the team.
Definitely.
Richarlison, Bissouma, Perisic. I think Perisic still has years left in him, and then um, Bergwijn, I think, is going back to Ajax, or where is he going?
Yeah, he's going to Ajax.
He's going to Ajax.
Yeah, he just announced that like a couple days ago, I think.
So he's going to Ajax. And Bergwijn was he at Ajax or was he at PSV before?
He was at PSV, and then he made the move over, and I think he just wanted to go back because I think there's something about he's really trying to make a push to be in the World Cup squad,
Okay.
and I think there's like a big connection with some of the Ajax coaches and like the national team coaches, so I think that was like one of the reasons why he wanted to go back.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I think that's a great move because he was, one of the best young players at the time that he moved to Tottenham. So for sure he could get in the squad if he plays well for Ajax. And I don't think that would be too much of an issue. You see guys like Sebastian Haller like not turning up in the Premier League, but he goes over there and he's looking like one of the best players in Champions League last year. So Bergwijn left. And then I've seen something that they were saying about Winks, Reguilon, Lo Celso, and Ndombele not being a part of the plans for Conte. That was interesting to me because I thought Lo Celso would have a big role this year, considering how he played on loan with Villarreal in the Champions League, especially. Reguilon was also shocking to me because I thought he got on well with Conte once he arrived. Winks and Ndombele, I kind of expected that. They're good players, but it didn't seem like their time was right. I think the time is right for them to leave. Reguilon and Lo Celso, they'll definitely have some interest. But as far as Tottenham, like you said, I still think they're a top four threat. Even with Man United improving and Arsenal improving, I think Tottenham still, have a good lock on the top four. My thing for them is more so how they'll perform in their Champions League return, because it's been a couple of years since I think have they been there since that the year they went to the final?
I don't think so, because I think that year they finished like fifth or something.
Yeah.
And so if they would have won the final, they would have gotten the automatic qualification
right
to the next year battle. Yeah, I don't think they've been since then. I might have to check and make sure, but yeah, no, they're coming back this year, and they've always sort of done well in the Champions League. I mean, I like just remembering like the past. I mean, at least for them, because I mean, their standards are just different than some of those other clubs in that competition. But getting to a final is not like something to sneeze at. It's like it's just hard. You can say that they had an easy road, blah blah blah, but I mean, you still have to win the game. So I see no reason why they can't be that competitive again, because they have a better team than they did 3-4 years ago.
That is true. And I'm also, forgetting about Harry Kane. It looks like they have that situation under control, and he seems to be a part of that team now. So that's really good for them as well. And I'm just remembering, I think they were in the Champions League the year after, because I was watching I think it's All or Nothing on Amazon Prime Video, and they had lost to Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich destroyed them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, and then that's when they fired Pochettino and brought in Mourinho, and that was that COVID season. So going into the COVID season. So yeah, that was one. Okay. So they had one more after that. Okay. But yeah, they obviously, I think, lost in, was it the group stage or was it round of 16? One of them. They lost pretty early in that competition. But yeah, better suited this year for sure. You think Richarlison is going to be on the wing for them?
Yeah, it was a little weird. I mean, he has played on the wing for Brazil sometimes, but mostly as the number 9. I really don't. I really got to see that, because, they traditionally, in the past with Kane, they haven't really run 2 strikers ever. They might be able to get away with putting him on the wing, you have Son on one side and him on the other, but that's, I don't know. I do like the signing in the sense that he gives you just somebody, another goal threat, but for the price that they paid for him for it not to be like a smooth fit, like I really got to see what Conte is going to do with that, because on paper it doesn't make a ton of sense at first, but I think if they're going for like the depth angle, I mean he's like the perfect guy to have if something happens to Kane.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean Spurs are weird because this is one of the issues when you change managers a lot, is that the managers bring in their guys, and if they're only there for a year and a half, then the new manager has to inherit all those guys. So those four guys that you listed that were off the tour and told to leave or find a new club, like those are, I think all of those were Mourinho signings besides Winks, who was like the academy
Mhm.
product. But like Mourinho like brought in all those guys, and it's just tough. I mean, Chelsea had this issue for years when you constantly keep switching managers and you don't give them time to develop. It makes it really hard to build a squad without the guys that you want to bring in. So I think they're going to be fourth this year. They're headed in the right direction.
Mhm.
I'm just, Conte's not somebody that stays at clubs long and gets sort of impatient pretty easily. So if things kind of go weird this year, or if he wants them to spend more, because he's all at Juventus, he did this, he fell out with the board, at Chelsea. He's just not an easy guy to work with, and Spurs have never been shy to just fire managers. So I'm keeping a close eye on Conte this season.
Yeah, things could go for an interesting turn if they don't bring in results. I think as long as they get the results that they need, Conte will stay. But those aren't always guaranteed. Obviously when he was at Chelsea, I remember vividly, like won the Premier League his first year, then the results were kind of iffy, and then yeah, that's where the fallout happens. So, but yeah, the owner Levy, right?
He's like the
Is he like
director, like the
the director?
chairman. Yeah, he's like the guy that handles transfers, and there's
Right.
like owners above him, I think. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, they'll be interesting to watch this year. I'm excited to just see what the fit is for the new players, because they are interesting signings. Just the fit is, for Charlton especially, but Basuma may find a role next to Hoiberg, and then Perisic. We'll have to see for him. Perisic is another great guy for depth. Um, they might have got him on a free deal. I'm not sure.
I think yeah, I'm not sure if it was if they paid much for him, but it sounds like bringing in Paris, it sounds like they're going to run a lot of like three at the back with two wing backs, because I think Perisic is like the perfect guy for like the wing back role. And Conte like loves to play that system. He did it at Inter and Chelsea before that when he had Alonso and Victor Moses and stuff like that. So I think he envisions him there.
Mhm.
So I like that move. It would make sense then if they were going to do that to play two strikers, but you were talking about Basuma. I actually think Basuma, like, the guys that tend to play at like the mid table or like lower in the table clubs, they don't always get the same amount of attention for their performances. But if you watch him, it was at Brighton last year, I think he was really good. Like, and for him to only go for 25 million, I think was because of that like rumors of the legal situation with him or something. Because if you just watch him, like there's no way he's just worth 25 million. So if they get that side of it sorted out, I think that might be one of the best signings of the year.
Oh yeah, that there's no doubt about that. And you bring up Brighton, I'm just forgetting. Uh, Man City probably are gonna get Cucurella from them,
Yeah.
left back replacement. So yeah, Brighton really good year last year. So I like a lot of their guys that they had. Even the right wing back was a Lamptey. I like him a lot too.
Yeah, he
Um,
just announced he's going to play for Ghana too in the World Cup.
okay, that's you're seeing guys changing nationality. It's pretty good.